people ask me on my show here, since I know Matt Rhule a little bit, what of the open jobs would I think he'd be best suited for? And I said, well, I would say Wisconsin because Wisconsin has a big time program and they always have good running backs and good linemen. But somebody said, what if Oklahoma gets rid of Venables? I said, well, I said, I would certainly be interested in being a head coach at the University of Oklahoma, even though they've lost three in a row and just got humiliated by TCU and Texas.
What about Auburn if it comes open?
Problem with Auburn's in the SEC. If I'm a head coach, I do not want to coach in the SEC.
That's where Oklahoma will be.
Yeah, Oklahoma's going to be there too.
Yeah, but I'm talking about at Auburn where you're going to be second fiddle in your state as long as Saban's on this side of the grass. I just don't see Saban. I could see Saban coach until he's 80 years old.
For sure.
He looks great. He feels great. His teams are great. He's the greatest coach in college football history, one of the best in the history of the game. And I wouldn't want to be at Auburn going up against that. That's not just a back seat. You're not even you're in the trunk.
John, you mentioned, Matt Rhule from Baylor, and at the time when he was hired, I mean, everyone thought he was going to do well. I remember thinking at the time, this is a coach that was a bit unusual. He got the college-like contract, but people forget he turned down the Jets, and I think another job because he wasn't going to be able to have the staff exactly the way he wanted. They were going to dictate who he could or could not hire, and so he was patient with the job that he wanted. He took the Panthers job, and because he was patient and decided on that, I thought it would work out a lot better than it has. And man, it was really bad.
First of all, people talk about him coming from the NFL. He's in the NFL 1 year. And Matt's a college coach. He did a great turnaround at Temple, great turnaround at Baylor. He's best suited for turnarounds. If you go to a place like Wisconsin, they're a perennial winner. You want to turn around a program, go somewhere like Arizona State. I read a couple of weeks ago they haven't even gotten a commitment from any of the top players in their own state. They go to California or Utah, and that would be a good spot for him. And I don't see him going to Georgia Tech, but he might sit out a year. He's making, what did he get, $62 million for 7 years. His personality is better suited for college. And one of the problems that hurt him was hiring coaches that were his friends.
Yeah.
And two of them were fired along with him.